Hello, everybody. It is Romania Black, and we are on part 4 now? Is it part 5? Oh gosh, of our journey into the Modao Zushi audio drama slash manhwa slash novel. We're just discussing everything that's left of Modao Zushi except for the donghua. But exciting news, the donghua is going to be starting very soon with season 3. So I've talked to some people on Discord after the last video that I recorded, and I have decided that we're going to have this video this week that is going to cover chapters 20 through 23. And then we're going to do one more video for now of the novel, manhwa, and audio drama, which is going to be of the next set of chapters, chapters 24 through 27. And I've been told through Discord that that is a good stopping point before you get into season 3. Like, that's going to catch us up basically to the events of season 2 ending, and then we'll be able to go into season 3, the donghua. And so my idea is that after this next week's video, then I'm going to be reacting to season 3 of the donghua. So we're going to get back into the animated show, and then once that's over, we'll talk about it, but I'll go back into the novel, we'll probably get into the Untamed, we'll get into all that stuff after the donghua is over. So, a few more weeks of this, and then we're going to get back into the animated show, which I'm a little bit sad about, because honestly, I've really, really liked looking at the novel, and looking at the manhwa, and the audio drama. Like, I really, really like the audio drama, and I really like the manhwa, and the novel, y'all, it is really hard for me to not sit and binge read. I'm gonna be honest. Reading only these 3 chapters this week has been hard, because as soon as I got done with this novel, I was like, okay, I read chapters 20, 21, 22, and 23. It's 4 chapters, it's fine. And then I went back, and I actually did things a little bit differently this time. I read the entire novel chapters, the 4 chapters for the novel first, and then I went to the manhwa, and then I started going into the next chapter, chapter 54 of the manhwa, and I was like, oh no, that's getting into the next set of chapters, but I want to keep going. It's so hard to stop, but I don't want to be, I want to watch the donghua without being spoiled, so I'm going to stop myself. I think that's fair. So yeah. But, okay, this set of chapters is very interesting, and as we talked about last week, the audio drama had to cut some things that were in the novel and the manhwa, and so I'm very curious how they're going to do it this week. Now, the manhwa and the novel were pretty beat for beat this time, and I've made notes, but they're pretty beat for beat this time around, so that was good. So I'm very curious to know what's going to change maybe with the audio drama. But we're getting into season 2 things. We're officially in season 2 this section, which is really nice. And there's a couple things that have been different from the novel to the donghua, which I'm surprised. The one thing I am surprised about, and I'll talk about this in the notes, is that surprisingly, the donghua is pretty on point for this part of the novel. Pretty on point. I'm like, cool, good. It's just some things were obviously cut for time's sake, because they only had 8 episodes to work with. But yeah, I'm excited to dive in, y'all. I'm excited. So yeah, let us do this. Get my headphones on here. Let us do this. Let us dive in. And we are going to start the audio drama here. It is what part is it on here? Episode 7 of the audio drama, season 1. We are going to start that here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Okay. And this audio drama, this chapters is a little bit shorter than the others, but there's still a lot. Oh. Oh. Oh, so we're backtracking to the end of the last episode. Are we having these bed scenes? We didn't have that bed scene in the novel! Just to remind you, the audience, that Wangji and WuXian are sleeping together. Just to remind you. Oh, I'm fangirling. Yes. Okay, that was nice. That was a nice addition. I like that. And now we're getting into them going through. Is it Kingy? The city. I like that one. She's just like, Perfume. Oh. No. Yeah! No, he is not. But you do. Ooh! Oh, we'll talk about this pouch. Yeah. Two of your rouge. Oh no! That's not it. It's not him and Mojan you that have had the complicated relationship. It's you two that have had the complicated relationship. WuXian, you're so oblivious sometimes. Oh yeah. Ah! Oh my gosh, yes. Famous for his good looks. What the hell did you draw? Oh, Ling, baby Ling. Oh. No. Yeah, he's got all of Cheng's bad qualities. Huh. I've tried to run away, but... Oh! Come here! Oh my god! Oh! I love they have to make Wangji talk in this, because otherwise you wouldn't know he was there. I love it because it's making Wangji have to verbalize things, which is amazing. Oh. Draw them prettier. Oh. With Wangji's money. Wangji's a sugar daddy. Oh my god. I didn't put that together. See, in the novel, he doesn't buy him tea. He just asks him outright. Hmm. To know it all. Just being so innocent about it. Ooh. Which is funny because quite a few exceptions are in there. I love the logic here. You see that happen in so many stories, but it's still funny to see WuXian do it here. I mean, the stories come from somewhere. Hmm. I don't know the legend. Ah. No, know it all, huh? And here we're getting into Wei saying. If it was the old one. In front of the public's eyes. That's interesting. We're going to talk about that. The head shaker. Hopeless. Can't tell you what he doesn't know and doesn't dare tell you what he knows. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's trying to prove himself to Cheng, but this music is like. Yeah, I don't think they had this in the novel or in the donghua where there was the low-level corpses. Oh, yeah, they avoided him. Trying to hide that it's you. Wangji's like, I know it's you. He said that so fast. Yeah. Let's take a look. Oh my god. Wangji's like, I guess. Ah. Ooh. I like that harp playing too. That was interesting. Oh yeah, that harp is crazy. The way they use distance and sound in this is amazing. I love this. And then it's right there. Lanza, Lanza, Lanza. No. I love this part of the novel. I absolutely love this. Oh my god. Yes. We're gonna talk about this. Him dragging WuXian dragging Wangji. Oh. Scared WuXian sounds so sad. Ooh. Hmm. Oh. Gosh, it's like rumbling in my head. Uh-huh. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Wangji can't hear this, which is crazy. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, this sounds so creepy. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, inquiry. Get that water Ouija board out. Yes, explain it. That's interesting. He's never seen it. I guess I didn't notice that in the novel. That he'd never seen the inquiry before. Oh, that sounds so good. That spiritual Ouija board. Uh, That's so creepy how it replies back. Mm. Oh, I love the sound. The sound is so good. Ah. Right. Ooh. Oh, and the sound coming in. This is so good. Yeah. That line gives me the chills every time. It's like, he's right there. Ugh. Oh my god, and it's Ling. Oh, I know what's gonna happen, but it's still so interesting. They build up the tension so well in this. And it's getting louder and louder. Oh. Oh. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's creepy as hell! Oh. And he went back to the wall. Yeah, get him out of there. Did not include the part where it's the people spreading the rumors. Mm-hmm. I'll be there. And I'll wait for you. Oh my god. I'll be back. I'll wait for you. Knowing the context, Wuxia doesn't get it. Ah. So yeah, he got the clothes to give Ling. And of course, Ling only knows him as Mojang Yu. And he sees the curse mark. Mm. Oh, Wuxian! Wuxian! No! Why? He doesn't. Oh, God. Your rambunctious nephew. Oh, my God. That. Amazing. That damn kid go! You young mistress! Oh. Even if you're 30. Your uncle gave you. And Fairy gave him away. Oh, well! Oh, well! He didn't tie you up. Well, that's a funny way of saying it. And they're gonna end it there? Oh, no! Holy cow. Okay. Okay. Oh, y'all. Oh, y'all. I mean... Ooh. See, in the novel, it goes... It kind of ends there in the novel. It ends about there. Except Cheng's like, I found you. And in the novel, Ling makes a notion that that Cheng looks both like... He has a face that's vengeful, full of hatred, and full of ecstasy. And it's like, ugh. Because you get the idea that... Especially in the manhwa, you get the idea that he knows who it is. But... Yeah, we all know that Cheng knows. Yeah. Did Wangji tie you up? Oh my god. Well, he didn't really have to tie him up, actually. It's funny you say that. Yeah, we got about a minute left. I do want to hear the preview for the next one. The audio in this is so good, like especially in this part, because I was wondering how they were going to handle the ghosts in the Man-Eating Ridge, and they handle it so well. Like it's just like bombastic and creepy, and when they come out of the wall, it's like, ugh. Really, really good. Good stuff. These chapters went by really quickly reading. And it was only 25 minutes of the audio drama, so it went by really fast. Oh! And we're gonna get to know that he knows! Oh my god! Oh my god! So, man, the audio drama for this was really, really good. I really liked that. I liked how you could hear everything so well, especially inside the Man-Eating Ridge. Like I said in the reaction, I wondered how they were going to do the sounds of the ghosts and everything that Wuxian says are so noisy, but Wangji can't hear them, which I find very interesting. And it was done really, really well, so I was very happy with that. I really liked how they did that. So, I'm going to have images from the manhwa alongside my notes here, so you'll probably see them on the screen here. But man, these 4 chapters went by really quickly reading. And 4 chapters in the audio drama, they were only 25 minutes. So I get why they put these 4 chapters together in a segment, because they all kind of fit together. The whole Mating Ridge little mini plot kind of fits together with this. It's very similar to the donghua. I feel like the donghua is very similar to this. And so I'm guessing the next chapters, 24 through 27, are going to be us meeting Huaisang and getting into Cheng knowing that it's WuXian, and that Wangji revealing he knows it's WuXian. Like, I'm guessing we're about to get into this, and it's going to end with previewing the Yi City arc, which is where season 3 is going to start. So that's awesome. I'm glad. It seems like we've timed this really well, so I'm very happy with how this has turned out. Very happy indeed. But yeah, let me talk about my notes. So chapter 20, talking, and this is covered novel chapters 20 through 23 and the manhwa chapters 47 through 53. So in chapter 20, it's noted that Wangji prefers to hunt alone, but he has insisted that WuXian come with him to keep him, as the novel says, as close as possible. So he doesn't want to lose him again. No, it's like, if you had any doubts that Wangji loves this man, no, he loves WuXian, and he's so afraid to lose him. In the novel, the part where WuXian's like, I'll be back, and he leaves with Ling, that part of the novel and in the manhwa was soul-crushing, because I was like, you could just, the way they describe Wangji being like, just staring him down as hard as he can, being like, we'll see each other again. Like he doesn't want to lose him again. It's like, like he's like, you've come back from the dead, I don't want to lose you a second time. And I absolutely love it. So it notes in the novel that WuXian, instead of running away, WuXian's just gave in, and he's just sleeping with Wangji. He's like, Wangji's no fun to tease anymore. It's no fun to be a troll and tease the guy when he likes what you're doing. And so I love that the audio drama started out with them in bed, because it's just them, it's establishing them having their pillow talk about everything going on, but it also established that WuXian is totally okay with sleeping with Wangji at this point, even though he keeps trying to like troll him by doing these things that the old Wangji would find offensive. The new Wanji's like, don't care, like offering to get himself perfume and rouge, and Wanji's like, well, fine, if you want to buy it, whatever. And I love that Wanji's basically like a sugar daddy. Like, he's like, I guess I'll buy you things, WuXian, here's some money, go and buy your makeup. And it's like, and WuXian's doing it halfway as a joke. I love in the manhwa where he's just like groping Wangji, and Wanji's just standing there while WuXian's like got his arms wrapped around him, and he finds the bag. And it's noted, it didn't hit me at first what the bag was, but seeing the little pink bag, I was like, where have I seen that at? And WuXian notes that it's familiar. It's the bag from the cave. It's the bag that the girl gave them. That it's the girl that WuXian saved from the Wind Clan. It's the bag that she gave him that had the herbs in it, and it's the herbs he used to heal Wangji's leg when they were in the turtle cave. Wangji kept the bag. It's like, Wangji kept it after all these years because it was like their moment in the cave. And WuXian on Patreon has told me that the cave bit's a little bit steamier in this, so I'm ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. So yeah, I also like the nod to Modazushi Q in season 2 with the poorly drawn pictures of himself, the Yi Ling patriarch that will ward off evil spirits. I love in the novel that WuXian says he gets mad at the know-it-all man, and he's like, you need to redraw these the appropriate way. WuXian was a good-looking man. He's like, and I love the quote, he says, the younger generation should not be misled. It's like, WuXian, like, whippersnappers. He's like, these youngins don't need to be knowing false info. It's like, oh my god. And, yeah, just like in the audio drama and in the manhwa, WuXian immediately notices when Ling shows up that Ling has inherited everything bad from his father and uncle, but none of his mother's virtues. Like, he has all the temper and snobby problems of his father and his uncle, but he doesn't have any of his mother's grace. It's like, oh. And he's like, if somebody doesn't step in and be a good parental figure to this kid, he's going to turn out to be a snobby brat, and he's going to lose a bunch of battles, which, as we've seen from Modazushi Q, WuXian's probably not the best person for this, because he's a terrible parent too. Wangji is the dad of all dads. We should let Wangji do the parenting, but that's not happening. And then I still find it fascinating that Fairy, the dog, is a gift from Yao to Ling. It's like he gave him this fairy dog, which I think is very interesting. And I didn't realize Fairy was a girl, but the audio drama translated as a girl, so I don't know. And then, of course, WuXian's freak out at... It's just as good in all formats. The freak out is good in the donghua, it's good in the novel, it's good in the manhua, it's good in the audio drama. Him being like, Lanzan, 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 and just like climbing over him. And I love in the manhua, I love Wangji's expression. He's just like, it's just like gay panic spreading over him. And he's like, just let it go. Just let him be near me. But I also find it interesting that Ling notes in the novel that Ling is scared of Wangji, and he says most people are scared of Wangji, and he's afraid that Wangji is going to punish Fairy for scaring WuXian, and who he thinks is Mo Jianyu still. And so he's trying to run away, and he notices that Wangji's frozen stiff with the panic while WuXian's clung to him, and he takes that as the opportunity to run away, which I find interesting because he's distracted. And so then we have chapter 21, and we get the info on Huiseng and the I don't know nickname, the head shaker as he's called. And it's noted in the novel, the audio drama doesn't really have a chance because it's just audio to dive into this, but the manhwa and the novel bring out the idea that WuXian is not happy about this development. And it's tied to his concern with Ling. So we have some interesting things about Huiseng, because I had forgotten, watching the donghua, I had forgotten that Huiseng was at the cloud recesses with WuXian and all of them all those years ago. Like, they know each other. So there's some interesting facts that are brought up during this chapter. One is that the elder Ni brother, died a public death in front of public eyes, from using a key deviation, from using an improper technique. Which sounds kind of suspicious, right? Because he's the elder brother. He's one of the three clans. He's one of the trio that took down the Wen Empire. He's a very competent cultivator. And, like, he killed Ruan's son, the older Wen brother, not Chao, but the elder brother that was the strong one. Like, he killed him in battle. I'm like, the Ni brother, who's a good cultivator and has lots of talent and skill, died in public from an improper technique? It almost seems like it was staged. It seems like his death was staged, right? That it just happened to happen in the public eye so that people couldn't suspect any malpractice or any malcontent. They're just like, oh no, it was just something gone wrong and he died. I find it highly suspicious. I'm really suspicious about Ni's death. I was suspicious watching the donghua, and I'm still suspicious reading the novel. I'm like, something just isn't right. Especially because the one to replace him is Huiseng. And having gone back and listened to the audio drama from the flashback a few chapters ago, and having watched the donghua, it's very clear that Huiseng just doesn't have his brother's talent. He's just not... They're half-brothers. They're the same dad. He just doesn't have his brother's talent. And he's always been pressured by the elder Ni brother to go to school, to cultivate, to do these things. And it's established that Huiseng just isn't a good cultivator at all. He developed his core 8 to 9 years after everybody else around him, all of his peers. He complains constantly, it's confirmed, to Yao and Xishan all the time about, what to do. And without anybody to tell him or guide him, he's just kind of like a ball of putty. He doesn't know what to do. There's no one there to shape or mold him. So he's just in this constant disarray and confusion, seemingly. I'm still suspicious of Huiseng, especially earlier on in this when we found out that he, in the flashback, was interested about the whole resentful energy thing. I'm like, did you learn the demonic arts, Huiseng? Since your golden core isn't that established, did you get into demonic arts? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm very curious. Huiseng, out of all the characters, like, Yao has my curiosity, because we don't know a lot about Yao's motivations or Yao's past. I mean, we've heard about Yao's past and how it is, but we don't know much about him. But Huiseng is suspicious to me too. Just because he seems like somebody that he wants to be told what to do. So he's easily manipulated, is my reading of him. Huiseng wants someone to tell him what to do. So as long as you just give him an order, he seems like somebody that would carry it out. And when you ask his own opinion, he just doesn't want to give it to you because he's afraid he'll be wrong. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, it did hit me at first that the pouch is from the cave. I love, and the audio drama does not do it justice, but the manhwa, and the manhwa kind of does, but the novel itself, the novel is so perfect in this, describing WuXian screaming Lanzan repetitively, while Fairy drags him and he drags Wangji around the Manning castle. I was laughing so hard reading the novel at this part. He's like, Lanzan, Lanzan, Lanzan. And Wangji's just like, I love this man. I'll go with him wherever he wants to. But it's trying everything I have. And yeah, I find it very interesting and eerie that WuXian hears all the noise, but to Wangji it's quiet as a cemetery. That is freaky to me. And I don't know if it's because WuXian's died, and so he's had that crossing over to the other plane of existence, so he's more perceptive of those voices from beyond. But it's very creepy that Wangji heard nothing and WuXian heard everything. Very, 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 very creepy. Very much indeed. So yeah, chapter 22. I like that the inquiry, it's the first time WuXian's ever heard it. I don't think I remember that from the novel. But the novel does establish that WuXian cannot use inquiry. It is a skill that only Wangji and certain Lan clan members possess, which I like that idea. I like the concept that the Lan clan's founder was tied with cultivation and music, and so of course only his descendants have that ability to use music and cultivation together. I think that's really cool. I love our water Ouija board, our spiritual Ouija board. I love it, and I love any scenes where Wangji uses it. Like the music in that scene, the music was so good. The music was absolutely wonderful. I loved it so much. That whole scene with the inquiry was just really well done in the audio drama. Everything from the inquiry on in this particular episode was very, very well done. I mean, the whole audio drama has been really good so far, but I especially have liked the audio in these chapters. So it's very eerie that the spirits say they don't know how they died or where they were. And then we don't get this in the audio drama, but I want to mention it because it's in the novel. In the audio drama, we see the one coffin with the sword in it. But in the novel, they establish there are several coffins, each of them with only a sword inside. And so my theory watching the donghua, because in the donghua we just get one coffin too. My theory in the donghua was that the sword, the main sword that they find, is the elder brother Ni. I think my theory is that the crepey corpse hand that's been causing all the problems in this show is the elder brother Ni, because it's looking for the rest of its body. I think it's the elder brother Ni. They disassembled his body and disassembled his soul, and it's all trying to piece back together. That is my thought. I could be wrong though, but my thought is it's the elder Ni brother. And so then, of course, we find the creepy baby Ling inside the wall, and in all three versions, the manhwa, the audio drama, and the novel, it is so much creepier than the donghua. They show us that, because in the donghua we just see Ling in the wall and they get him out and they move on. But in the other versions, there's all these corpses in the walls. Like the walls are lined with corpses. And in the audio drama, all the screams and everything, that was so well done. The novel's description is so good, and the manhwa does a really good job with it as well. So yeah, fun times. But yeah, baby Ling is unconscious, and Winston tries to get back into the wall. That's the creepy thing. It's like I'm guessing it's the curse mark that makes him go back into the wall. But he tries to get back into the wall, and WuXian's like, nope, and brings him back, and they drag him out and start to hear Fairy and go back there. And then this scene where they split up, WuXian has Ling on his back, and Wangji is chasing after her. And they don't say it in the audio drama, but in the novel and the manhwa, it's established that the people who are supposedly spreading rumors about the castle, that's who they think it is. And so Wangji's going to chase them on foot. And man, Wangji doesn't want to leave WuXian, and the novel is so explicit with that scene. And WuXian's like, I'll be back. And in the novel, the description of Wangji and that long, hard look, and the manhwa, that long, hard look, it is so well done. Like, you just know that Wangji's like, I've lost you for 13 years. I've waited for you to come back. You better not disappear again. And it's like that one moment where they just kind of look at each other, and WuXian's like, I'll be fine. And it's like, WuXian, you have no idea. Wangji is like, that's why he's keeping you with him. He doesn't want to lose you again. And so the novel explains it a little bit more, that WuXian, I like how the novel explains that WuXian takes Ling back into one of the shops, and he starts like he notices his clothes are dirty, and so he starts cleaning them off, and then he sees the curse mark, and the reason why baby Ling is disrobed so much is because WuXian's trying to figure out where the curse mark ends, because he's worried the curse mark, he sees it on his leg or his arm, one of the two, and he's worried that if it gets to his chest and his head that it'll kill him, so he disrobes him to find out, and he discovers that, oh, okay, no, the curse mark's just on his leg. We're good. But of course, that's when Ling wakes up. And I want to include this image from the manhwa only because I find that Ling in the shot where his hair's pushed back looks a lot like his uncle Cheng. A lot like him in that shot. And of course he wakes up, and I like how the manhwa illustrates Ling being like, no, stay away from me, what are you going to do to me? Were you going to have your way with me? And the funny thing in all this is the misunderstanding, because WuXian, as we've established, is the worst at hiding who he is. He's like, I wasn't going to do anything to you, because to WuXian, he's like, I'm your uncle, I'm trying to like help you get changed, like the Yiling patriarch is going to help you get changed. And Ling sees him as Mo Jianyu and is like, oh my god, are you going to try to have your way with me? We're cousins, what are you doing? Or you're my uncle, what are we doing? And someone had commented that it's important that Ling does not address WuXian or Mo Jianyu as uncle. He just calls him Mo Jianyu, and it's very disrespectful, but Ling doesn't respect him at all, so that's why. And of course, I love in the novel and in the audio drama where he's like, I'm not a cut sleeve, and WuXian's like, well, funny, I am, and it's like, oh, WuXian, you just admitted it. You think you're joking, but you're just saying what you are. It's fine. And then, like I said, WuXian being terrible at hiding who he is, he's like, if you hadn't saved me, I would have you killed 1,000 times over. And WuXian's like, I've already died once already. And in the novel, Ling's like, wait, what? And you're like, WuXian, stop giving away who you are. You're giving stuff away. But in the audio drama and the manhwa, it's not as, Ling's perception of that line isn't picked up so much. It doesn't register. But in the novel, it registers that Ling was like, wait, what did you just say? And WuXian moves on. So Ling runs away with the curse mark. And I actually like how the novel and the manhwa and the audio drama handles this scene, because in the donghua, WuXian takes the curse mark for himself, and maybe that's going to happen in the novel. Maybe we're going to have that moment too in this, probably. But in this, WuXian takes the curse mark for himself. But in this, Ling runs away, and Wangji's like, you young whippersnapper, come back. And he's getting so frustrated. He's like, damn it, these kids. I'm old. Why do I have to keep up with these kids? And then he notices that Ling has run into Cheng, and they're just nagging back and forth at each other. I love that Cheng says that Ling has the temper of a mistress. It's like, oh God. Again, Ling has inherited none of his mother's wonderful qualities. And so then Cheng's like, where's your dog? Where's all this? And WuXian in the novel hears Fairy coming and puts two and two together that, oh, if Fairy's back, that must mean that WuXian's back, because WuXian was chasing those guys and took the dog with him. So if the dog's back, then WuXian must be back in the village as well. And WuXian realizes, crap, I told Wangji I was going to meet him at that shop, and I'm over here, but I'm trapped because there's Cheng and them, so I can't go anywhere. And then, of course, that's when Fairy shows up and scares WuXian, and he accidentally runs into Cheng. And in the novel and the manhwa, there are other sect members present there as well, other Zhang sect members. And this panel here of WuXian surrounded by the Cheng of the Zhang clan, and he's just looking up so innocently like, that's one of my favorite panels so far in the whole manhwa, of our gremlin troll WuXian just looking up at all this trouble going, I don't know how I got here. Like the record scratches, he's like, hey, my name's WuXian. You may be wondering how I got into this situation. But yeah, so Cheng, we didn't get this in the audio drama, so I'm guessing we're going to get into it in the next episode. But at the end of chapter 23, Cheng takes Zidian, the whip, and gets WuXian by the ankle and traps him there and drags him into a store. And the sect members pay off the owner. They're like, here's some money, leave, get out. And he leaves Cheng and WuXian in the store while the sect members all stand guard outside it. So it's like Cheng's going to get his chance to interrogate. And in the manhwa, the last panel of chapter 53 is baby Ling looking very worried that Cheng is about to, which is funny that Ling looks worried that Cheng is about to interrogate WuXian. So maybe baby Ling does feel a little bit of guilt that WuXian did save his life and he just ran away and got him in trouble. But yeah, in the novel, Ling makes a note that Cheng has a vengeful, hateful, and ecstatic, a look of pure ecstasy on his face. Like he's just about to, WuXian's about to get what's coming to him, and it's like, because we know what happens kind of in the donghua, that Cheng knows that it's WuXian, but I'm very curious to know how the novel handles it and how the audio drama and the manhwa are going to handle it. I'm very, very curious how that's all going to go down. So, yeah, these 4 chapters felt a lot shorter and quicker than the last several chapters. I feel like in the last 4 parts that we've gone through have all been setting up, the previous foundation of the series, and now we're getting into the meat of the story and things are happening at a faster pace. So that's exciting. So yeah, like I said, there's one more section that I want to do. I want to do chapters 24 through 27 next week, and that should catch us up to the end of season 2. It's crazy to me that the whole flashback of season 1 hasn't happened yet. It's amazing to me that they just skipped. They went from like the first 5 episodes of season 1 all the way into season 2, and they've skipped parts of season 2. Like it's amazing to me. I'm sure that those of you watching the donghua for the first time when it first aired, but you'd read the novel, I'm sure people are like, wait, why are we rearranging everything like this? But yeah, they have. And I find that the donghua has done a really good job of censoring and still making it coherent. But it's fine. We're getting this in the novel and in the audio drama, so it's all good. But yeah, so next week is going to be chapters 24 through 27, and then I'll talk about next week. We're going to take a little bit of a hiatus so that we can watch season 3 of the donghua, and then come back with the rest of this series where I look at the novel, the audio drama, and the manhwa, and the Untamed. So, fun times with Modao Zushi ahead. But yeah, we still got one more week to go, and we'll do part 6 of looking into the audio drama, manhwa, and novel of Modao Zushi. So in the meantime, I'm curious to know what you all thought of this episode and of these chapters, and what you guys think about them. And yeah, I'm excited to hear your thoughts and to see your comments. And then next week, we'll go over chapters 24 through 27. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll be back soon with more Modao Zushi.